Hey, what is happening, guys? It's been a while since I've done an update. This is after the 2025 initial roadmap video. This is from 7 months ago. I'm going to quickly watch this.
In my opinion, in the near term, we're going to get weakness, in my opinion, in the near term. It is not the end. It will look like the end, hopefully. We want everyone in their tinfoil hats and their bunkers. This is not the top. I think we're going to a minimum of 6,600, more likely 7,000, 7,200. When that happens and by what date, at the moment it looks like June. I do believe, I've seen these setups before, it will get pushed out to the fall. We're going to get weakness, in my opinion, in the near.
All right, so this is from 7 months ago from the 2025 roadmap. I just wanted to. This is very shitty drawings and renditions. I had done this live on that video if you're just tuning in for the first time. This is from over here, from the highs. We expected an exaggerated move lower. This line was drawn in before at 4,800, where we then expected a V-shaped recovery to 6,600 by where I said June, most likely the fall. All right. There are about 4 inflection points throughout a year where if you trade those points, you do the least amount of work and make the most amount of money. We shorted here strategically, expecting this. We had reshorted this the only rally as well for more size and shorter duration since we had confirmed this move to 4,800. And then we got long. We got long initially to 5,500 and then added our second tranche prior to the China deal because we confirmed the long for this box up here. This is where we exited our longs. We stayed out of longs because the reward compared to the risk was not there over the summer. We then transitioned our longs into GLD, which has gone up from $300 to about $400. Today we have exited our longs by $400 after entering by $300. We have these longs just to show you where these were posted. Adding at 303. We had added our swing core for 2027 at 37.50. We exited this over $90, around 94 today. Right now, the state of markets. I just was initially making this video and I saw this giant green line and I don't really, this is a 15-minute chart usually. I don't see this all the time, but this was my drawings from the initial video. We are going to get the best buyout of Q4, early Q1 in the next 2 weeks. I'm not going to give the exact turning date publicly, but I do expect we get the best buyout of Q4, early Q1 in the very near term. The larger feedback loop to the upside is still incomplete. We still have a lot more ways this ends up higher, and my minimum target was 6,600. The ideal target is over 7,000, 7,200. We are eyeing up initially this 6,400 to like plus or minus 50 points. Ideally, we would get a tail back to about 6,100, but I don't suspect that is not the initial lean. We have to see if there's anything dramatically like that changes in positioning or if there's a news event that directly impacts liquidity. But overall, moving forward, I am still playing the same names. I am focused on semiconductors, BTC related, precious metals, specifically gold. And I will be starting to dip my feet in the water in some, not really emerging markets anymore, but some China related plays on the back of this news, on the back of this swoon. If you trade these next 2 weeks correctly, you position yourself on the 4th inflection point where you do the least amount of work and get paid the most. We had here, down here, over here, and then somewhere around here we're going to get that 4th inflection point. There's about 4 major inflection points every year where if you trade these moves correctly, and you don't have to get the bottom, you don't have to trade the exact bottom. It's better to wait for the confirmations, but I will say this. This setup really reminds me of fall of 2023. At the end of October, if you were not positioned long around 4,100, you had about 2 opportunities to get involved in that long, what was pretty much a straight line shot to 4,900 and 4,900 plus. If you were not long at the end of fall, on the 2 days that you could have bought on these negative, there was minus 100, minus 150 point sells, everyone was screaming bloody murder. We did buy those sessions. I remember it vividly. No one wanted to buy long. It was like a straight line dagger on those sells. It's going to be hard to get long this move if you're not really focused on buying the dip on any weakness, because it's not going to be too much weakness after we make that initial turn and the train leaves the station. That is my expectation, at least. This is a very similar setup. So if you're not positioned correctly in the next 2 weeks and you're waiting for those confirmations, don't be sitting on your hands when we do get those sells, those pullbacks, those retracements once this move kicks off. That would be my 2 cents on this upcoming market, at least. Obviously, things can change. I do not expect them to. This is a strong lean of ours. We have been outspoken all week that we do not think the lows are in. Real time at 6675, which was the initial highs of this move this week. Real time up here, we had said this is not the lows. We are expecting the lows to get hit. We then traded 100 points down. This has been a very whipsaw type action. So we shorted here, traded, and then we said it's a higher probability that we get to 6,700 to 6,720. I posted that again, real time. So we reshorted here, traded it, retraced back to 6,700, reshorted again, traded it, and then we did re-enter our short. But we are not married to the shorts. They are just trade ops. We are focused on the buy op. That is the focal point. That is what I want to get married to. These are just trading opportunities in between. They've been really lucrative. We hit about 5 in a row, 100% plus 200% trades, shorting this and just focus. And it's been very precise. When about 1 week ago, I came in and mentioned this is where we make our money. This is where I make my money during volatile times where the read is clear. It's been very easy for me to work. We're looking to short here. We're not doing anything until we get there. We're not doing anything until 6675, then we short. We're not doing anything until 6700, 6720, and then we short. When these reads are accurate and we have volatility in the market, I do not think there is a better trader 100% that's publicly posting, but I'm very good at this. This is what I do. This is my bread and butter. If you're looking to get involved in the service, we are going to be running a special for if you're a first-time member. For the next 3 signups, just shoot me a DM. We can set up an intro call or get you onboarded. But that is going to be first come, first serve. This wanted to be a quick update video, not going into too much of the detail. The other video was like an hour and a half long. This is going to be very quick. But hopefully you guys have survived this week. Hopefully you guys have been checking out some of our tweets and been able to navigate this action a bit better. And if you know me at all, if you know my trading, you know this is where this is our bread and butter. This is what we do. So if you wanted to get involved in the action, shoot me a DM and we will get you set up. Hopefully this has been hard for a lot of people to trade. I know that. It's a lot of whipsaw action. Just take your time, be patient, wait for the setups to come to you. There's going to be plenty of setups coming in the next few weeks and the next few months. Volatility is here to stay. All right, guys, talk soon.